Before we get to lunch,
Are you cooking us some stew?
Are you gonna check out with the cook and try and help him to make some stuff?
That was kind of your excuse to find cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll go help the cook.
Yeah, you can head into the kitchen. You find the human cook there, and yeah, he's just making some tater soup for everybody.
Taters.
Ooh. Taters. You know your really important job of counting. Yeah.
Mash them.
You stick them in there. Yeah.
3,215.
That is a frick ton of potatoes. Also, I think you're lying.
That is a large number.
Everyone has scurvy. Okay. So. You go in and you help the cook out. He says, "Yeah, grab a peel or a knife and start helping me peel these taters."
Exciting. I will grab.
This is role playing at its finest.
Exciting! I'm beating potatoes in the freaking fantasy game.
What
Wow.
What race is the cook?
He's a human.
Human?
Mm-hmm.
Does this cook have a name?
Write it down. She's mentioned it like 4 times now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Write all the things, or just go back and watch the video. This is Kenneth.
Kenneth the cook?
Kenneth? Oh, she is. Yeah. He prefers
alliteration.
chef, but
I will help you peel potatoes, Kenneth.
thank you.
It will be my honor.
It's just okay. So,
Dude.
whatever.
Just potatoes,
Whatever floats your boat, man. Lunchtime comes and you guys bring plates around to everyone. You make a fine meal. He says you're doing pretty good. Once you help him out with this meal, and you guys serve everybody. So everyone has gathered in the cot area to eat. They're sitting on barrels and on boxes and things like that. Louis, what would you like to do?
Am I in there
eating with
eating, or
everybody?
am I?
You can be in
am
there
I
eating
still
because
cooking?
Yeah,
You
I'm with
finished your
everybody eating. I'm
okay.
not gonna be conspicuously out there while everybody's gathered around the.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. But I'm asking, are we eating the giant rat's meat? Is that giant rat? Kind of disgusting.
Dejal, did you see any giant rat go into the pot?
Kenneth told me I wasn't allowed to say.
I want to get on his good side.
You know what? I'll give it a try.
That's the spirit.
While nom-nomming,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Ben-Gar.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ben-Gar.
What's that?
I realize we've been on this boat for about a couple hours now. What's the name of this rat-infested thing you got going on here?
First of all, how dare you? Second, this is my pride and joy, ship-faced.
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 Wow. I'll write it down. I think it's important.
Shit-faced. Oh.
We mostly transport alcohols from port to port.
I would like to chuckle at Ben-Gar, say that's a wonderful name, and continue eating my food now.
Okay. Aiden, are you feeling well enough to eat and keep anything down?
No, I'm gonna stay away from some of the food for a minute.
Okay. That rat soup.
Yeah.
Sounds
yeah.
good. Safe choice.
This guy right here.
Snivels?
No. No, you're approaching that boy again? Dat boy?
Short, sweet, and to the point, Snivels. You've had about 20 minutes to think about it. For the love of God, Snivels, don't say the prison. Where'd you get the black gems at, Snivels? Where are they from?
I just found them on the ground in the prison. He says aloud.
You talk now. Oh, fantastic,
I
Snivels.
prefer when he was Mimicking.
I just found them on the floor of the prison. This could have saved me an hour, Sniffle.
Now,
you
I
remember-
found the one that I had on the floor in the prison.
So, hypothetically, Snivels,
I don't know what you mean, Jim Stones.
you... Hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't happen to get caught in that prison and have 3 gemstones apprehended from you and put in a box?
No. I only found
Good day.
one on my way in, and I put it in my mouth.
Do you... What? Okay,
Listen, sometimes you just
Snivels.
have to know how things taste.
Snivels.
You gotta hide it somehow.
Do you remember where at in the prison that you found it?
It was just on the way in as they were moving us through the, what turned out to be the auction yard. So, I found it in the
On
grass there.
floor. You just threw it in your mouth, Snivels.
Well, they were gonna
That is-
confiscate it.
That's a good point.
It's
Good day,
better than
Snivels.
somewhere else.
Have a
Good
good
day. Good day.
My convo's over.
Okay.
Oh, I want to.
I want to like just whisper over to Aiden, dude. Snivels all of a sudden talks now, man.
He's grown powers.
I could have told you that like an hour ago.
Oh, jeez.
I wanna like motion over to Dijon and be like, come hither. I have a few questions for you.
I'm hither.
Uh-huh. I want to say, hey, so you were, you looked kind of frightened whenever I was telling you some things about my past earlier. I was wondering what was up, like what happened that, because you seem to know something I don't.
Can I be in on this? I kind of feel left out. You see that I'm looking at you with.
And I'm still like, I'm sorry,
Frustration
I'm
and-
sorry, I'm sorry.
You heal me, that's fine.
I just want to calmly, like, because now it's been a minute. It's been a couple hours since we had that convo. Look at Aiden and simply say, listen, Dajal will look at you and say, it's nothing. Just a coincidence from my past. Flashbacks, pretty much. It's bad memories, man.
Okay. I want to look over at Louis and say, Louis, so what brings you here, my man? I got all the time in the world, and I'm not good on boats. So maybe a sweet, soothing tale. I also, before all, like, well, as I say that, I'm going to be like, let me fill you in. Lou, do you remember what I said way back when, instead of having to repeat it? Like, I can give you a Cliff Note version if you need, of my backstory.
Of your backstory, yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to retell that again to
Like,
Louis.
in the middle of Aiden telling Louis the backstory,
Mhm.
I want to use Awakened Mind on Louis and just be like, hey, remember that time about an hour ago he shot you in the foot?
And okay, as you do this, because this is the first time you're doing this to Louis, you can see that she freaks out. She screams and she knows it's you because she can hear your voice.
Yes.
Get a head out of my head, you demon.
Oh man, and while Louis says that, I'm just gonna be like, I did not mean it. Like, I did not think that my history was offensive to you.
I'm so sorry.
I did not mean to get into your head like that.
That's cute.
And then Aiden realizes, wait, turns to Dajal. The hell, man.
Does
You
that,
can't keep doing
like-
this, man.
just look at Louis and be like, listen, no disrespect. I just want to look at Louis and then use
don't you dare using Awakened Mind.
use disguise self and turn myself into Louis. And be
you-
like, is this better for you? Is
Oh,
this what
wow.
you want?
And
I don't
meanwhile,
know.
while you do this, I'm just like, what the heck, man? Like, what is this?
That's pretty cool. And I
And
slap you in the face.
I just want to like you slap the face. I'm just like, why? Like
Oh, still there. Sorry.
nap time.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys
I'm going back in the crow's nest, by the way.
break up your conversation. You head up the crow's nest and you put your arm over the side and you see there's a dragonborn there and he's hello, hi.
Oh, there's the dragonborn up there.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, is that seat taken?
Just nesting. Yep. Come on up. He has a shift, so he's gonna stay up there. They saw you head up there earlier, so they assumed you knew what you were doing and not throwing ball bearings at people. And but no, now that it's his shift, he asks you if you'd like to take over or if you'd like some company.
Don't mind company. Honestly, be my guest.
So you're nice to the oh.
The sun has gone down. It's about 8 p.m. now. And as you're heading down the river, fog starts to roll in, and it begins to lightly rain on the river. There's a group of pirates below deck in your quarters who have started a game of cards. Would anyone have been playing this game with anyone?
Yes.
Okay, Dajal is going to have played cards with them. Louis, would you be up
cards
the entire time?
I like cards.
I would wake up, see them playing, and I'd be like, hey!
I'm going to be an observer of the game.
Okay.
I don't want to play.
That's fine.
All gambling's off the things, the stuff you can't do.
See ya, buddy dragonborn.
Matter of fact, I love cards, but I'm going to sit this one out.
So you're playing a game of poker, and Louis is not very good at this round, and Dajal has won, and as he starts to rake in the winnings of 10 gold from the other pirates who are playing this game, Bingar comes down the steps, and he says, we've reached Eriedale. The currents move quite fast on the first part of the journey, so we're already there. It's a spot we like to stop at when we're in the area, get a drink, you know. You're welcome to come to the tavern with us, but I warn you, it's kind of a rough neighborhood.
Ooh.
Rough is my middle name.
I like it rough. Oh,
It's also Rufus, but don't tell anyone else.
Rufus.
What would you like to do? You may stay on the ship. You may head out with Bengar and his posse.
Would you guys? I want to ask Louis and Aiden if they would like to go grab a drink. See if there's a tavern we can all grab a drink.
I'm not gonna grab a
That
drink.
sounds great to be on land. Yes. Aiden is in.
We pull up to the docks, and beyond the ship, it's very dark. It's started to really come down. The rain has started to pour. Thunder rumbles. The cobblestones outside beyond the docks are reflecting the light from the ship as it pulls up. The ship slows, and the crew works to tie it at the docks and ask for your help. And you make your way from the dock to a tavern. Lightning's flashing, everyone's got their hoods up, half the crew is gone, and they're running towards this tavern. Dajal, as you go in, you see the tavern sign is swaying in the violent wind. The windstorms start to pick up, and you see it is called Spooped Your Pants, the tavern.
Oh, we're at Spooped Your Pants.
I don't know why, but I put an exclamation point after Spooped Your Pants Tavern. Spooped Your Pants Tavern!
Ooh.
This is a fancy place.
Hey, Cooch, what's up?
I just want to look around the room because I remember Bengar saying it's a pretty rough place. I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if me and my buddies are gonna have a good time, or if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah. So when you enter, you notice the bar is very warm. There's a raging fire lighting one of the ends of the establishment. It's 2 stories tall. Upstairs, you can see that there are rooms for rent. There's no music playing, but there is much laughter and much arguing from the rough figures here. There are pirates, lots of different races, mostly human-esque, half-elf, things like that. These folks do tend to be missing body parts and wearing rough clothing and missing teeth and stuff like that. So
Real pirates.
seems like a rough pirate crowd, less refined than Bengar's
Tortuga
endeavor.
The stairs up, is that like a balcony overlooking
It
the
is.
tavern?
Rooms,
There's a balcony overlooking the rest of the tavern, and beyond the balcony is a set of doors leading to rooms you can rent.
I wasn't gonna go. Like I was just gonna go up to the balcony to get a better look.
Okay. Yeah.
Like up here and just look down and just look around.
The bartender sends a lovely young waitress over to you, Dajal, and she gives you this tray, and she goes, 2 ales and a minty drink, and she sets down a copper mug that has what seems to be mint leaves in it, and you smell it, and that's definitely heavy spirits in there. That's a mojito, is what you're pretty sure is what's going on.
Just feel like,
Yeah,
I'm
okay, sure.
sure Louis would like that. Watch out for the guy who looks like a knight. He comes after the young ones like you.
Well, while he's saying that, I want to go over to the stairs and surf my shield down the stairs.
Okay.
Looking real cool.
Make me a performance check.
Wow, I hope you break your neck or your arm or your leg.
I want someone else to get
hope
hurt
it's-
doing
I hope
some
I'm-
good stuff.
do
I hope
like
I'm not
this.
20 this. Performance. Oh boy.
What in the hell? Wow. I really want to know how this goes. I really want to know how this goes.
So you jump up and throw your shield underneath you, but you've thrown it too far. It slides down and it hits some like pirate in the ankle. And he goes, "Arr!" and he falls over. And his buddies are like, "Who did that?" And you meant to jump on it and ride it down the stairs, but you threw it too far, but you still are committed. So you jump, you fall down and start rolling down the stairs sideways. And you land like flat and like look up, and the pirate that you totally chopped in the ankle with your metal shield is like, he's not happy.
Oh,
I
God.
want to raise the drink. Just say, nice one.
I just
That's
wanna
the guy I was telling you about.
But how cool did it look?
She's
yeah.
like,
You nailed it.
he's-
You nailed it.
it's kind of cute, but and then she walks away.
I wanna grab my shield and be like, I am so sorry. That did not turn out the way I had expected. I tried to surf it.
He
down the
grabs you
stairs.
by
I
the
don't know if you
collar that of like your cloak or whatever you have. Anything he can grab and pulls you up, and he
Yeah.
says, "You're gonna be sorry."
Hey, real quick.
Well,
Hey, pirate.
And just everyone in the entire place looks at you.
No, the one trying to kill my buddy. And hold up a gold piece.
And like half of them look at you like, I?
You know who I mean.
What do you want,
Hold
boy?
up,
Spit it out.
Hold up a gold coin and be like, huh? Let him go? Huh?
Is he
I
really
wanna,
worth that much to you? Because it would do me a lot more pleasure than 1 gold's worth.
what's this
I
dude
like
look
the guy. 1 gold and a drink for you.
How
You can
how
have
tough
a
is
minty
pirate?
drink if you
This
want.
guy looks
Really?
pretty
Pretty
tough.
tough dude?
Like, he's missing some teeth, and you're having to, like, because he's got the stank breath. And he's got a big scar down, like, this part of his face that's, like, really poorly stitched up, and it's pretty gangrenous, and he looks tough.
Oh man.
That's Dejal and Louis, do they feel like Aiden is in real danger? It's just like common.
I like to feel like I'm calm and collected talking to this dude like, coin and a drink for you. Huh? Let him go.
Louis, you feel like this person is probably gonna give Aiden a good punching, but just about, like, as much as it's worth for getting chopped in the ankle. Do you feel like he's not gonna die? But dude's gonna get it.
I want to
He
like.
kind of deserves it, so I don't really.
While this is going on, I want to the sweet slow mo cut in Sherlock Holmes investigate this dude and see what
I
our best
see.
options are.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh,
Nice.
aha.
Yeah. So as you look down, you see where you chopped him in the ankle is next to actually a peg leg. That is looking a little, little vulnerable there. If you got him right in the back of the knee, and then it looks like he's got a bruise here on his neck that you could probably get a good uppercut to.
Okay, what I want to do, I just want to like put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Look, friend, are you sure you want to do this?" And then I want to put my right foot behind his peg leg and shove my elbow into his neck and throw him on the ground and be like, "This ain't happening today, boy."
Make me a strength check.
Okay,
Really want to
here we
look
go.
cool,
We're
huh?
popping off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. So you've put your leg behind him, and he does falter a little bit. He did not. He locked his leg, but he falters. But the blow to his neck just does nothing, and he counters it by just punching you right in the nose.
Oh no.
You take 3d12
That's fair.
damage.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Boy. Yep, that's felt.
You've got a hefty
felt.
nosebleed, a couple girls giggling at you, and loss of half the people in here's respect.
Ah.
I just want to be like, you know what? Just put my coin down.
Never
Go
mind the
over here
coin.
and say never mind and take a drink. I tried to help you, Aiden.
That's
Thank you.
fair. That's fair.
Can we
I want to
proceed
grab my
like
shield, throw it on
these-
my back, and tell the bartender to buy this man a beer.
So he collects
Or an
you after
animal.
you've fallen, and he grabs you up again, and he sets you down, and he dusts you off, and he pats you on the cheek, and he says, "No hard feelings. Eye for an eye and all that."
So he takes
Sweet.
your
I'm
eye.
gonna head over to Dajal's table now.
Okay.
I'm making a dang fool of
After he
myself.
pats him on the face and says,
So
I'm
as
gonna
Aiden,
flick him. I'm throwing him a piece of gold anyway, and so that's the best thing I've seen all day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a good punching, I guess.
You just
but,
tit for
as
tat.
Aiden come back to the table, I just lift my hand and say, "Real smooth, man. You nailed that shit."
I'm like completely serious. I want to look at her and be like, "Thanks."
real happy with a bloody nose.
Yeah, I'm like super stoked. Like, thanks.
You guys have come back to the table. Louis, you have a nice minty drink before you, in a pretty
Is it
metal.
really nice? Like,
It has a little umbrella in it and everything. So
is it tasty? Like, I like it tasty. Like,
you taste it, and it is just reeks of rum, just cheap rum, but it's minty, so that's nice.
okay, she's got that.
He'll sip it. Alrighty. Cool. So Bengar actually comes and he steps up to the bar with a couple of his men, and they lean on the bar and they chat up the bartender, and they're having a good time. What else would you guys like to do while you're here?
I want to do a check to see if there's any other tieflings in the bar.
Sure. Yeah, you actually see in the corner a fight has started to break out between a couple of humans, and standing over them with a big mug of ale is a laughing tiefling just enjoying the show.
Standing over them.
Yeah.
This is me. Do I recognize him at all?
You do not seem to recognize this gentleman. He does seem to fit the bill for being here, and that is he seems to be a pirate as well. He has a brown leather hat with his horns just cut, like there are holes cut into it sticking out of the hat.
Which corner is he in?
The bottom right corner.
Bottom right. I just not really say anything to these two. Just kind of waltz on over there real quick. And
He's like roaring with laughter at these two idiot humans who are getting into a fight below him.
I want to ask him if he has heard of you know who. Gabby know.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna ask him that. He says, what are you on about, mate?
Oh man! I wasn't expecting that. So you haven't heard of him then?
Is that a type of drink I can get here?
Obviously not. I see that you are. Why are you beating these two humans up?
I'm just watching them beat up each other. It's hilarious.
Oh, indeed.
Join me. If you kick him every now and then, it gets funnier.
All right. So I'm gonna chill this dude for a little bit.
These guys are just wailing on each other. They both seem like heavily inebriated, where they just can't feel anything anymore. So the fight just keeps going on and on.
Louis.
Yeah. Sorry, I was watching Joel leave her room, leave her
Oh, I
table,
think-
and heading towards the
That
towards
tiefling
the-
over there? Yeah,
the one over there.
I think they'll be fine. So How you doing?
Yeah. I am
What?
not interested.
What? No, I'm just. Dang it!
He's just one of those nice guys who, no matter what he does, comes off that way.
Oh,
Can you at least wipe your nose? I mean, this thing is
as you know,
just bleeding everywhere, man. You just
yeah. Look, that was. You gotta take my punches, I guess. Sometimes, sometimes
most
you
of the
win.
time.
Sometimes you get punched in the face.
Louis, you notice he
so-
is not the only one bleeding in this bar right now, though. So
Yeah, but his was much funnier though.
okay.
The way he got there.
Is there anyone, or like, is there anyone around us? Like, who's?
These are just scattered NPCs, but the bar's pretty crowded. Like, you are lucky to have gotten this table, essentially.
I want to say, so Louis, what brings you with us? What's your motivation here? I'm just curious because I did spill all of my beans to you on the ship. I just want to get to know you, and not before you jump into in any manner other than completely platonic. It just as a friend. That's all. I swear. And to my deity.
Friend, not sure, but we've kind of been stuck together in the same prison cell, so I'm stick with you guys.
Well, I am happy about that for sure, and trust me, I like your company.
You do. Even though I wake you up in the middle of the night asking for potions.
Yeah, that was. I'm still a little questioning that. That was a little weird, but.
Oh, I didn't know you guys had to sleep at.
Well, I mean, I really only have to get like probably 4 hours, give or take. But sleep is, I do enjoy it. It is a good thing.
You do enjoy being vulnerable for a third of the day. I'm not into that. I'm not into that.
Hey, understandable.
I want to ask this other tiefling dude if he wants to come sit at the table and have a drink with us.
Are you buying?
I'll buy you around.
Sounds good. Next one's on me then. He heads over and he joins you at this table.
So before they get to the table, I want to tell Aiden that, well, I pretty much heard it when I told Deja earlier that my whole people was slaughtered. So
yeah,
that's pretty much my story. I've been looking for all those years for any clues towards any criminal organization that might have been doing this, and so far all the clues I've gathered, or the few clues that I've seen, head towards the most malicious of beings.
If there's anything I can do to help you in your your journey, I will be more than happy to help you.
Can you help me look as good as you did just? Because that was pretty awesome.
Hey, look, I know it ain't easy being cheesy,
And I guess they get to the table at this point.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
So
I want you to meet. Wait a minute, what's your name?
My name's Karthus.
As soon as both of them come back, I completely shut down.
Cool.
And like as they come back, I'm like, oh boy.
Now there are two of them.
Oh jeez.
And then you said this is a big guy, right? Like he's a
tiefling. You guys tend to be pretty tall. Yeah.
And
He actually seems. He's very tall, but he's very lanky. So.
Wanna
this
go
is
over and shake
Gar-
his hand, say hello, hail and well met.
How you doing, mate?
Pretty great. I just had a pretty sweet stunt down those stairs.
Oh, I saw that. That was you?
That
was pretty
that
good.
was me.
I like that.
That was me. Yes, I haven't even had any of this fine ale here yet. So believe it or not.
Impressive.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to check out Karthus. Just,
Okay.
See what he's all about. See if I can.
Yeah, you can
see
investigate.
anything.
That's pretty
Okay.
much what I'm doing as well. I want to know if he's wealthy and what's his.
Cool.
how's he live? Yeah.
Yeah, so Karthus he seems like a pretty genial person. He's very happy-go-lucky. He likes a good laugh, especially at other people's expense. He loves a good fight. And he is very thin. He has a very long tail that seems to be like going around constantly as he's very happy. And no, he seems like a pretty nice, genuine guy. Kind of like Bengar's crew. It almost seems like the pirate's life was for him, not that he was forced into this life. He chose this life.
Nice. Like I think that as Aiden has downs more of the ale, and had another one coming, he's like, the creep is starting to like creep in that he is surrounded by not ne'er-do-wells, but just people who aren't like, out for the best intentions with what they're doing, and getting a little bit more like, go boy, oh boy.
Wait,
The holy man in a place full of sin.
He just realized his situation and that it might not be the best for someone of his quality to be here.
What am I becoming?
Like, did you say you're like rocking? Like, is he
Well, like-
noticeably like, are you
Are
noticeably
you getting
like,
wasted?
Uh,
Or are you
if
just
anything,
nervous?
I would say like a little tipsy, not
Okay.
like just like a little buzz.
A little nervous. Nervous.
Yeah.
movement. Gotcha.
So,
And what is the
can't-
state of the other tiefling? Is he like real drunk or?
He's holding it in. He's good. You can smell on his breath he's had a few, but he's very uppity. He seems fine.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's a cool
I like
dude.
this guy.
I want to use awakened mind to ask Aiden if he's okay. I don't want to belittle him in front of everyone and be like, "Hey, can you not hold your alcohol, you little girl?"
Oh no, actually, I'm great with alcohol. It's just having had a little bit more of this alcohol, I'm starting to feel pretty good, and just realizing I am I'm in a place full of people who do not share the same intent that I do, and
Yeah.
that sometimes my drive to do certain things gets the better of me, and I do not want that to happen in here. Especially considering that 90% of these people just don't care about anything. Well, good, like staying good and keeping.
I understand that there's a lot of bad in here, but think about some of these pirates. Some of them might have families to feed, and that's why they're doing this. You know
I
what
completely
I mean? Like,
understand, and that's the thing. Like some of them are probably great people. Like this guy, Karthus, seems like a real cool guy. Awesome, great. He has done nothing wrong to me. However, the boys fighting over there, the Big Joe punched me in the mouth. Like that's all fine and dandy, but like I'm just realizing I'm not saying like there's hate in this place, but there's a lot of not goodwill toward man, it's just these are my these are my
I'm gonna
humans.
say like I've probably had a few drinks by now. I'm not saying that my dude's an alcoholic, but we'll have a few drinks. I just want to stand up and be like, "Everybody!"
Oh boy, I have gone into a look of shock. Like,
Who here has ever killed a man? And see
whoa.
how many people. And see how many people raise their hand.
Just every single person in this pub, even the very young waitress, raise their hands and go, "Hey!"
I mean, technically, I raised my hand too.
He's like,
I wanna. That's where I was getting at. Like, you raise your hand, and I was like, "Looks like we're all the same here, bud." And sit back down and drink my beer.
Okay. I think I get where you were getting at there.
on that note, you do all of a sudden a large man approaches the table with a guy in his hands, another human in his hands,
Like,
and he
like wrapped up. Like,
he's got him by the collar and he throws him down onto your table and he starts wailing on him.
Whoa.
see.
I immediately like, oh, you're throwing this at me. I look up and what did this man do?
He's just
wanna ask-
punching him And he's like, he was talking to my sister.
Oh,
And he's just
yeah, but like he can do that. I want
Is
to
it-
break this up. I do want to break this up. I gotta kind of like go up to him and like try and push him back like as easy as I can and be like, hold on though, that's all he was doing? Is that all he was doing?
What do you mean, is that all he was doing? That's my sister.
Yeah. Oh.
She's kind of a big deal.
You know what? I'm sure she is.
And the guy he was punching has passed out. He's not even awake anymore, but he's still just giving this man brain damage.
I'll chime in and be like, I think what he's trying to say is that you've clearly won this fight.
Not till he's dead.
Oh boy, yeah. I'm going to. Once he says that, I'm gonna throw him off the table and throw him onto the ground.
The passed out guy?
The unconscious guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no one's killing anyone tonight. Look, I'll buy you a drink, whatever you want, but let's not do this.
Who are you to tell me what I can and can't do?
Oh boy.
I'm just trying to be like, listen, isn't there like a pirate's code or something? You don't kill other pirates. Don't forget, I've had a few drinks. I'm like, listen, he hasn't stolen anything from you yet. I mean, he almost stole your sister's innocence, but that's nothing to be. It's fine. It's fine.
As he's saying that, I'd be like, look, do you want me to buy your sister a drink? Wait, that came out wrong. I didn't mean that. I mean, like, I'll buy you both a drink. Nothing to do with your sister, just, for the goodwill of this man.
He takes you by the shoulders, and
he
does the same thing the other guy did. He kind of dusts you off, and he like holds the back of your head. He goes, "It's a nice nose you got there."
Oh yeah.
And a trickle starts to come off down your face.
Before he does anything, as he was there, Louis wants to stand up and slowly go behind the big guy.
Okay.
Without him noticing.
Okay.
And I want to ready up. So So whenever I feel like he's threatening Aiden, I want to try and if he ever does move forward with threatening Aiden, I want to be sure that I can maybe strangle him or
okay.
go behind go behind and around his neck if he ever move forward.
I want to just like completely like stone face, like, look, we're all having a good time here. What can I do to de-escalate the situation?
You can mind your own business and stay away from me.
Walk away.
By the time I get done with you, you won't be able to walk away. And he tightens his grip on your
I want to use Awakened Mind on Aiden and be like, if this works, get ready.
This dude's trashed. I want to put my hand on his shoulder and I want to inflict wounds.
Okay, roll initiative. That'll hit.
Dope.
Roll damage. Nice.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you do when you do this? Like, how does this happen?
I'm sorry, but I gave you fair warning. And then what is this? It just like gashes appear on him and just like slice him up with necrotic damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude coughs, and you have more blood on your face now, and
Sweet.
the dude dies in your arms.
Oh, jeez.
Weren't you attacked? Freaking.
Oh, yikes. Okay, I gotta spare the dying on this boy because I can't have his blood on.
Raise my glass. Nice job, cleric.
Second time. Didn't think that would wreck him that bad. He's a big dude. Okay. I want to
He
spare
falls and he lands on the little guy that he was beating up. And you want to spare the dying?
Just killed two people.
Yeah.
You just killed 2 people.
The little guy's choking on the big guy.
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Okay.
Oh, I
you
guess
wanna-
I just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll spare the
just-
dying on him, and yep. Okay.
I want to yell over to the bartender and say, "Sorry about that. Can you get this guy out of here? He's looking pretty bad." I gave him a chance. I told him.
He like looks over. Ah, it's one of our regulars. It's a good guy.
Oh, jeez.
But
look.
is he causing trouble over there?
Yeah, he had a little
Not
bit too much to
anymore.
drink. I think he did threaten me, and I did give him a chance to.
Dude's
To
passed
get
out.
out.
He's not arguing with you. He's passed out, still on top of this little guy. So, the bartender he motions towards one of the stronger waiters. They go over and they pick him up under the armpits and say, "Where do you want him?"
Oh, sweet. I guess just take him back to his place. I want to give him some gold. I feel bad.
What a saint.
I'm gonna give him gold.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
about
gonna
to
give
pick him up.
I'm gonna give him 10 gold pieces.
All
What,
right,
Did you revive him?
you did, but he's passed out.
Okay, I wanna pick him up before the
So before the
waiter-
bartenders come over, the waiters come
Yeah.
over, you are gonna pickpocket this gentleman.
Yeah, I wanna snatch his coin purse.
Okay.
Is this after I give him the 10 gold?
No,
pieces?
this
Oh,
is
of course it is.
this is before.
Okay.
Is it after? Because that's
So
after the waiters have come.
No, before.
Okay, beforehand. All right.
You can have the 10 gold pieces.
Roll a sleight of hand. You're like feigning being able to pick him up for the waiter, like here he is, digging in his pockets, and yeah, you're able to find 3 gold, a flask of some kind of liquid, a cornbread muffin that he sat on at some point, and a couple of earrings made of gold.
And he only has 3 gold pieces.
Yes,
Oh, well,
he
I'll
seems
give
like the type who's spent most of it here. So, he is a regular.
I give it to the waiter. There you go.
All right, waiter takes them and drags them out, and he takes them out the door. That's the last you see of this gentleman. All right.
I want to look around and make sure none of his buddies are.
No, it seems like he was here alone, except for like a couple of guys that you notice watching what just happened, and they look away like not with him, and they have a seat at a table.
Where's
He just
his
watched him
sister? No.
die.
So,
Oh
there's only
my
one question.
god!
They didn't know that. He just
I got
passed
one
out as far as
question
they know.
here.
What's that?
So what happened to that other tiefling that was at our table?
He is rolling. He is very pleased as to what just happened. Carthus is having a good time. He says, "Next round's on me." And he's excited.
This guy, I need to get happy because now I'm just very sad right now.
Oh, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he gives you a little massage and he goes, "That's all right, buddy. I'll give you the house special. All right."
Ah, wonderful.
Cool. And he calls house special to the bartender, and the bartender goes, "Got it." And he just he hucks the biggest loogie and spits in your cup and starts to pour an ale into
Wow, what?
house special.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's
you know
great. You're
what?
gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's great.
I'm gonna get crunk tonight. Oh boy, your boy's gonna get some holy juice in him tonight,
boy.
guys.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start slinging them back.
Cool. Okay, Bingar and a couple of the other people. Sniffles actually comes up behind him, like
Sniffles.
picking around. Yeah, he. People part like the Red Sea. Dude comes over to your table and he leans on your table. He's like, "I saw what you guys did, all of it. But nice recovery there, Aiden."
Ah,
The shield thing.
thanks. That shield stunt's gonna haunt me forever.
Very
Just gotta
nice.
do something cool to.
You guys tried the house special?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah. Is it? How is it?
Oh,
Is
it's
it worth
great.
it?
It's you gotta do it, man.
I just fling it back.
Oh, and you drink a man's loogie, and there it is.
Yep. Gross.
Just like an egg yolk, just take it.
Like,
Mhm.
you
Like
can
an
taste that
egg
there's
yolk.
something
Oh my
solid in
god!
there.
Look at Snivels with my 8th drink in hand. Snivels, you son of a bitch!
What are the
One
gems?
round on me, Snivels. Come here. Come here, Snubbles.
And Snivels just looks at you and goes,
Yes!
Before we get too gone, I wanna go over to Louis and say, look, I'm starting to get there, and I'm gonna drink more. I need you to do me a very big solid.
Oh, you want
And I know
the
this is
minty stuff I got? It's really good.
I will. I want to grab it and just throw it back and say, say, look, can you just make sure that Dajal and I don't get thieved?
Oh
please? Yeah, we are in this place, and I don't want. Look, between you and me, I don't want to. Like, I'm still throwing drinks back as I'm talking to her.
I just,
Like,
I don't.
I don't want to. I don't want to like hurt people, man. Lady, look, I don't want to do any. I just want to go and say I want to save people. I want to help people. You know, I just want to go do.
Yeah,
good.
you really are doing that today.
I
Like,
want to do good.
especially tonight, you almost tripled a cripple.
But
You
look,
killed the
I
guy
know.
right in
I don't
front of
wanna
my
do
eyes.
that.
It's really sweet.
I don't want to do
Sweet
that.
move.
I saved him. You know, I'm gonna heal it. And like as I'm saying this, I'm pulling the person that was getting wailed
You're
on
starting
out,
to scare me here. Like,
and just like I want to heal him up real good. Be like,
Okay.
look, see, I did good. This is all I want to do. And then I just want to walk away. To keep this canon, I'm going to say I'm up to my 9th drink.
Okay, 9 drinks he's slaughtered. Cool. Cool.
Including the house special.
including
Mhm.
mine,
Yes,
including the minty rum.
Okay,
Thank you.
Dajal, make me a perception check, please.
Yeah, oh God, perception.
Dajal, you notice behind you at the table, you've got your backs. You're almost touching some other people. It's a guy. There's like a couple people between you, but you hear over here at one of the tables. Have you not found these gemstones yet?
I want to try to
Always the good ale.
just try to like lean back and listen in. Like I want to turn to see if I can see what he looks like and just listen in on what he's talking about.
You're overhearing this conversation. They don't seem to notice you, and you're able to kind of back up a little bit and blend in with this crowd. And you hear, "No, not yet. When Brother Kaltar was arrested, they were confiscated. We had an inside man check the contraband room for them, but they were nowhere to be found."
So just incognito be like, yeah, and what did these gems do again?
Yeah, what about those germs?
Like, do you want to say that out loud? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing?
But boss,
Yeah,
the germs.
kind of.
Wait, that's
Because I've
way to
been
be
drinking.
stealthy.
Because I'm drinking. I feel like, yeah. What do those gems do again? What are we looking? What are they? Yeah.
He kind of like puts a hand against you as you start to lean in with your breath, and he's, who?
Yeah. Just
Who? Who are you?
Man, I'm just a guy who wants to know what those gems did again. Man, I'm part of your crew, bro.
What crew would that be?
Your group of your posse. Man, you guys went around to drinks?
And he turns to his. So you notice now that this is a human speaking to a half elf, and the half elf says, "I think we should take this elsewhere." And they head together. They kind of start heading away from you.
No, they don't. Because I don't think you realize how bad I need to know what these things do. Thaumaturgy, stomp. Like, what do they do?
The half elf, he kind of does a defensive stance, and you notice that electricity starts to sparkle around his fingertips. Says, "I don't know what you're talking about, but I think you should leave us alone."
How many do I have? I have 2, right? On me.
Can we perceive
Do I
that?
notice any of this? Can I do
You
a
heard
perception?
his loud
Okay.
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only a
Alright,
few people
yeah.
away from you across your table.
Well, this is risky.
Oh, this
I
is
don't really
fun.
want.
Cool.
I really
Old ball fight.
don't want to fight.
Well,
Do these guys how shade like they're in a pirate bar, but this guy has electricity coming from his hands. This is a group that hadn't been there before. Like, do these guys fit the bill of everyone else that's here?
They do not.
They
are not standing out color-wise. They are in brown robes and without their hoods pulled up, but collar kind of turned up. They're trying to blend.
I want to look at the guy with the elf had the magic, right?
Half elf.
I want to look at the half elf because obviously he knows magic. Use awaken mind on him. Just calmly telling him, listen, I don't want to fight, but I've seen these gems. I'm not going to tell more, but I've seen these gems before, and I just need to know what they do. Awaken mind to the half elf. So.
You actually, the booming voice that you used earlier, you hear the same thaumaturgy booming voice inside your head saying, "Drop it."
Did he just thaumaturgy your awakened mind? That's some deep shit.
That's some...
I feel like I'm in Inception.
Spellception.
Spellception.
Yeah, I want to inspect and see if everything's okay with him first.
He's wasted. But other than that, yeah.
Like, do I notice, like, because I noticed he stopped yelling.
Yes, yeah, he's fine. He seems alive. He seems to be staring intently at this guy, and you recognize this as his Jack Sparrow awakened mind.
Okay. I wanna go over to him and say, "My 10th? This is it?"
To Dejal.
Yes.
And Dejal.
So I'm like, Aiden, hold on 1 second, buddy. Where's your waitress friend at, huh? Where's your waitress friend at, huh?
Almost to 11.
Go get your waitress friend.
You want to help me help you get to 11?
Yeah.
Do you need help getting to 11? And now I'm like kind of like getting like a little bit more serious. Do you need help getting to 11 with me, sir?
Maybe. Because now, in my head, because I am still a little tipsy, I'm like, right now he's using code to me.
Very,
really?
very bad.
Thank you,
Two
Wade.
drunk guys using codes. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
No, I want to turn to these guys and I want to look at them. How many black gems are you looking for?
Wait, are you saying this in your mind or?
No, I'm flat out to the human. Because the half elf scares me. Right to the human face. Like, how many black gems are you looking for?
We didn't say anything about black gems.
Did they not say anything about black gems at the table?
They said
Oh
gemstones.
shit!
You've had a little too much.
Yeah, I've had a little. Just, I was gonna be like, are they black gemstones? Do we have to be so specific about it?
Listen, friend, the half elf comes up to you and he takes a second. He looks up and he goes, "What do you know about whatever it is you're talking about?"
I want to look at him and be like digging in my pocket for my black, because I'm not thinking straight.
Mm-hmm. However, Louis and Aiden could notice that you are digging in your pocket. Would you like to do anything?
Digging in my pocket, like in my little, like, hold on.
Hold on. I wanna see if I can notice him. What would I check?
He's pretty drunk, and it's pretty obvious what he's trying to open his bag.
I'm gonna grab his arm and say, "11." And I'm gonna look at the elf and say,
just
how many have you had?
Just being creepy at this
Hold
point.
on. What's that?
How
Ada?
many have you had? Like looking at the half elf. Like, look, I've had some drinks, and I'm making my way to 11. How many have you had?
We're making our way out. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day.
This black gem in my pocket.
I want to say, sir. I want to like kind of give you a good visual, a shove. and say, "What's your name, stranger?" So in the future, I can have a few with you.
Have a good day, gentlemen. And we
What's your
continue to.
name?
They leave. Excuse me, pardon me. Their way out. They're heading towards the door.
They're heading toward.
When,
I haven't gotten
as
there.
they turned around, so Louis kind of wants to. She kind of wants to fake tripping into them, and like sleight of hand real quick, see
Okay.
if they have.
You're able to trip. Oh, excuse me, sir, and reach into his brown robes, and you are able to clutch your fist around something. He goes, whatever, and he and the human pass you and head outside. The little bell on the door rings. They head out past all these people. The rain is still coming down, and you open your hand and you find a parchment there.
As they're leaving, I want to say, I want to try and collect myself as much as I can and say, well, Dajal, what was that about?
Go back to the table. I need you to have a little talk. And another drink.
Okay, but
I will
like,
have another.
yeah, let's go back to the table because Aiden ruins everything.
Look, I'd like to think I saved you. Maybe? Let's get to 11, huh? I want to grab my 11th drink. Louis, I'm feeling it.
Hey, come closer.
11. But really, what was that, Dajal?
Drop that drink. Come closer. I want to show you something. I think so. I've got something. And I actually opened the parchment with them in front of me. So we want to kind of do it so that we don't really attract too much attention.
You open it and you just see sprawled in a very fancy cursive of a very educated gentleman. You see it says, "Brother, Kaltar."
We're all looking at this, right?
Yes,
Like
but they are very swirly pretty letters and you are very drunk.
Brother.
So it says, "Brother, Kaltar, 5 gems on it, 5 gems. Bullet points next to each one, so it seems to be like a task list. And inside this parchment which you have gathered, you open it up, and there is another one of these very small black gems.
In the parchment?
It was wrapped up when you were able to grab it.
I want to look at Dajal and Louis and say, there's another one of those.
I just want to like firmly put my hand on Aiden's shoulder, and I was like, yeah, and they knew what it did. It was so special.
But did you see the electric out of that dude's fingers? Look, I can do some stuff, but I don't know.
I've seen you brought 2 people back from the dead, and electricity freaks you out.
It's raining, it's lightning outside right now.
Yeah, that guy, he wasn't at 11. You know? I'm just saying, he could have been. What were we talking about? The gemstones. Yes. What are we going to do about this?
Okay, so as I open the parchment, I see the gemstone. I want to make sure that I put it back I hide it straight up with the other ones.
Okay.
Hey, look, we'll get to the bottom of this, guys and lady. But right now, we are in this place. I don't know why we're in this place right now. I don't know what's going on right now, but I do know that I have reached over.
Is Ben Gar still at the table?
Ben Gar is at the table, and Snivels pats Aiden on the back. And he gives him a nod, and Ben Gar goes,
I want to ask
11.
Snivel!
Same here.
I want to ask Ben Gar if we're staying here tonight or if we're going back on the ship. Aiden needs to lie down.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Well, we were hoping to get back on the water this evening, but
I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I can handle that, Bengar.
Yeah, sure. He can. He's a tough guy.
We'll get you our best bucket.
Shove him downstairs. Shove him downstairs next to those
If you
barrels.
stay up on the top deck and sleep up there, the wind will keep you nice and the rain will wash away whatever vomit you commit.
Okay.
It's been many a day that I have spent a drunken night on the top deck.
You know what? Drunk boat fun sound good. Let's... I'm gonna point to the door.
Oh, well, I was only half finished, but very well. So he chugs
Boat party.
he chugs his 12th, and he
His 12th like a champ.
We have room for one more for a boat party. One more. I want
boat
to. As
party?
I'm saying this, I want to make my way over to Carthus and be like, "Look, we're having a boat party. Do you want to come with? It's going to be a rager.
like just tonight.
Maybe. I don't know.
Does the boat move?
100%.
Where's it going?
Where, Bengar?
So,
Where are we going?
He tells you that they are headed all the way to the ocean past White Oak.
Oh, White Oak's my home. That hits me. That hits a chord. I want to say, can we stop at Hartford?
That's
Because
fine.
it's the closest port that I can think of to White Oak.
Yes, it goes directly into White Oak. Yes, we can stop at Hartford. We tend to anyway. They usually enjoy buying our wares on the market day. So.
Ooh, I want to look at Carthus and be like, we are going to Hartford.
Going to Hartford. Sounds fun. I don't know. They like to party in Hartford. It's a bunch of dwarves there. They know how to drink. I like them.
So as Aiden, I guess I'm next to Aiden at that point. I wanna punch him in the side and ask him quietly, "What the hell are you doing, man? You don't even know him."
Yeah, that's a good point. But like, he's pretty cool, right? Look, I know you're distrust of tieflings. I get it. I got this, Louis. He's a cool guy. It's all right. It's cool. Like, let's just have a look. I'm gonna be up all night raging on this boat. You're gonna be probably in that nest of the crows. You know, just keep an eye on us. If you see anything
I'm not
crazy,
your babysitter here. If you
okay,
want
look,
to get in trouble, you get in trouble.
you don't have to babysit me. I can take care of myself. I got this shield. I got my weapons. I got my ward. Like,
So I turn to whatever that guy was.
Carthus?
I massacre his name. So cartilage. Well, who's your who's your ship captain? Who in here is your ship captain?
Hey, if a dinghy's a ship, I guess that'd be me.
oh, he's his own captain. What a cool guy.
And what kind of ship do you own?
Well, it's more like a life raft, but that's water under the bridges, they say.
He's a
So
cool,
I guess
cool
you don't even
guy.
own one.
Yeah, that's why I'm all about coming with you guys, right?
That's not right, no.
Sounds fun.
I'm already coping with one tiefling here. I can't do two. I cannot.
Oof. Look, I will not let anything happen to the people I care about. I'm not saying I care about you. I'm not saying I don't care about you. But I got you. And look, I think this guy's cool. And you know what? I completely understand where you're coming from with this whole situation. I think we'll be okay. And we're only going to one more port, so he can go his own way there. I just want to party with this cool dude. Just don't think of him as less of a tiefling and more of just a cool guy. Cool guy. It's cool guy Karth. Come on.
All right, okay. All right, okay. I give up. Whatever. You watch over him. I'll watch over his pockets. Okay, go.
I was gonna say, yeah. Don't worry. I'll be with him the whole night. We're gonna have a party time, and I think at that point I'm like totally good to go have this boat party.
I'm gonna go down to the cellar and see if I can find a drum of rum.
That's a good use.
Nice. There are some bottles singularly, and there are also barrels. Which would you like to investigate?
I am going to carry a barrel up.
Mm-hmm.
He can't punch a cabinet, but he can.
I want to ask, like, as I'm carrying it up, like, try to go by Bendar and be like, hey. Okay.
That one
Use this.
sells for a hefty price, my friend. But
Boat party?
seeing as it is a boat party, and we are among new friends, I will toast to that. And he...
I just want to slam it down and start pouring.
All right, so you take off the lid and you're just scooping up drinks
I
for
was
everybody.
honestly waiting. I was waiting for you to be like, you popped the giant rat.
Alright, so I'm just not really enjoying it since I don't want 2 tieflings in my proximity. But
I'm not really enjoying it.
tell me exactly when that other tiefling cartilage or cartol or cartage is tipsy enough that I could try and maybe have a look at what he's possessing. I can
I'm
wait.
up at the
I can
bow
wait.
of the boat,
Drink
just
a few.
hanging out with Karthus.
Yeah, so you guys are partying. You're getting in on these ales. How many more of this special, what's taste seems to be rum in this barrel? How many of those are you having?
I've stopped at 11.
You're done at
'Cause
11. You're just
I'm
riding
done
the
at
wave
11.
now.
11 is the number.
Karthus is having a good time. He's leaning on you. You guys are singing a sea shanty with a couple other pirates doing the can in a
Yeah.
line, and the boat has begun to take off down the Aran River.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boat party.
Is not even affected by this. He is just having a good time partying with these boys on this boat.
Nice.
I want to say, like, my guy can't remember the last time he's had this much fun with a group of people that he felt this close with. Well, not, you know what I mean? Like, not this close with, but this
Comfortable,
with.
yeah.
So,
Louis wants to. She comes to Dejal and look at him.
look at me.
I want a revenge. Get those cards. I want a revenge at that poker game you won. But you're at a big disadvantage here, so I think I got a shot.
Let's up the ante.
Oh, jeez.
You're up to some.
Forget that 1 gold piece. Let's go 10 gold pieces.
Gladly so.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
What you don't know, sir, is that I'm a pro gambler.
Oh my.
In your drunken state, you seem to have included a tarot card in your hand somehow, and you play it, and you go, look at that, royal flush, and it is not. It's not even right. And Louis just goes, great job, but I have this, and he lays out a better hand of cards that actually belong there, and he takes your 10 gold towards himself.
Want to go at it again? I think he.
I was gonna be like, you're lucky I went easy on you. I want to pass out face down.
Oh.
We're playing cards.
Like passing it on to the cards. Oh shoot, that's great.
Bengar calls out, we need some music at this boat party.
Are
you volunteering, Aiden?
Oh,
Let's
boy.
heir it, Ashwin!
Just slammed on
For
the shield.
Ashwin! And the whole boat's like, Ashwin, Ashwin, Ashwin. And the boat is a rocking, and it's they're getting excited.
Who lives in a pineapple?
Aiden, Ashwin!
Oh boy. I'm going to pull out my shield and start banging on it in some terrible kind of beat and start just like Matthew McConaughey and trying just terribly singing it. Just terribly just trying to do like perform, be an entertainer.
Okay. One pirate hears you strumming away or beating away on your shield, and it doesn't sound the worst for a drunk man. But a couple of guys, they realize what's going on, and they cheer for you, but they come and save your butt, and they start drumming a mandolin, and one guy pulls out like a legit set of bongos, and they start going at it, and dancing around, and
Boat party.
they're spinning. It's a boat party. It's a good time. One guy's got a lantern, and he's like strobe lighting it, like,
Yeah.
and it's a good time.
There's a medieval strobe light party going on.
I want to look at Karthus and be like, Karth, this is what's up.
Is it like this? Is it like this every night? Cause I'm liking it. It's not.
Not at all.
Dang.
I'm always sick on boats. This is a one-time schmanner, man.
We wouldn't know. This is our first night.
That's true. First time on this boat. The second time on this boat.
Ah, well, then we've got something in common. How do these guys? They seem all right. These pirates here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You-
they're pretty.
Like he has a brief moment of like, yeah, I'm a cleric on a boat with a whole bunch of criminals. But yeah, they're cool.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know them either, and I just hopped on board this ship. Gotta try my luck. You know, especially after what happened to my last crew, you know what I'm saying? Woo! Boat party!
What? What?
Wait,
Completely
wait, rewind.
What?
Well, you know, I was in on that dinghy there in Eriedale, and, yeah, that's all that was really left me in the boat, so, yeah, I'm looking to have a good time tonight, kind of forget all about that, put it in the past.
What happened on your last boat?
You know, pirate's life, people come, people go, circle of life, what can you do?
Did you leave them? Did they leave you?
Oh, I would never abandon my crew. No,
Did you band on you?
Did you kill them?
I didn't kill them, no way. I tried to help them, best I could. Couldn't be helped, I was outnumbered.
Jeez. What happened? Like, I'm like super. Like, what?
Just like touching his face. What happened to you?
Tell me your story.
Alright. Yeah. Gather round, whoever wants to hear a story from Cactus, the storyteller.
Like drunken me passed out on the cards. Oh no, wait, like story time! Story time!
You wake up, story time. Okay, so he sits down on a barrel and he puts his arm up and he's like, "Get ready, kiddies, for story time. It's actually not that great. It's really sad. I feel like I'm gonna kill the vibe of the party. So, get ready to go to bed after this."
I pick up another beer. Good luck killing this vibe.
Yeah.
Louis, what are you doing while this story goes on?
I actually want to discern if I can tell some truth out of what I presume will be all sorts of bullshit. So.
Once upon a time, we were up in the dismal... Me and my crew, strapping crew, mostly humans, these guys, couple of dwarves that really knew how to hold their liquor, I appreciate that. And we were up north in the ocean, where the land splits, in the dismal expanse. If you don't know, that's the ocean up there. And just hanging around, doing our thing, plundering stuff, visiting new places and marking them on charts. And a boat just shows up, starts demanding we give him everything we have. You know, classic pirate stuff, nothing we haven't dealt with before. My captain refuses. All that good stuff. They start firing at us, we start firing at them. Push comes to shove, everyone's dead. So, I seem to be the last person alive. Can't figure why, though. One guy, you know, this tiefling grabs me and he picks me up and he says, "Hey, you want to join my crew?" And I say, "I don't really think so. You just killed all my mates." He said, "They're really looking for people like me. Tieflings, that is. The whole lot was tieflings, you know. So they said they're really looking for people like me to train up in magic." And I thought that sounded kind of spooky and cool, but I said, "No thanks." And they kind of let me go for some reason. But I fought my way out.
As sobered up as you can get after so many beers. Like, I'm just mad. Like, with thaumaturgy, like, just yell, "What was his name?" Like, did you get his name? Like, just like, pretty much, like, I'm trying to sober up, but I'm, like, drunk, angry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the party's kind of died and everyone's like, "Whoa, dude," and they're kind of looking at you, and, he's still like...
Kill the vibe.
Yeah, he's like, didn't get his name. Sorry, he was trying to kill me. I managed to escape off my boat and on my life raft and managed to get away. Didn't get a name. Sorry. What are you looking for? What can I tell you about him?
How many other tieflings did he have with him?
Oh, jeez. They were sailing a caravel or something. It must have been at least 15 tieflings there.
Was there a girl?
Couple ladies. Sure.
there would have been one with him as his like right-hand man.
I don't know if a lady was in charge or any position of power, but mostly just the one who seemed like the captain was talking to me.
I want to look at him and say that was terrifyingly sad, and just start crying.
The mandolin player started plucking just the saddest song.
But
I
you made it through, and that makes me really happy.
Hey, me
Boat
too.
Party!
Boat party! Hey!
And then Aiden gets back up and starts just doing a little jig.
And the
Trying to,
mandolin picks up and is like,
You
okay,
bang
all
on
right,
the shield again.
Yeah,
all right.
man, that was like that was pretty rough, man. But you know what?
Hey,
I'm really glad
we made
you
it
don't let it
through.
get you down. Yeah, you
Yeah.
made it. Didn't let it get you down.
It's
like,
all right.
man, what a cool
Nothing
guy.
ventured, nothing gained. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. I don't know what said omelet is in this case. Adventure? New friends? I don't know.
Yes. Aiden is loving it.
The crew seems to be settling in for the night. A couple of the stragglers are having a few drinks and kind of passing out on the deck. And you guys are starting to feel the effects and get a little sleepy too. You did get a lot of rest earlier, but you're feeling a little tired.
What's Deja doing? Because as soon as I see that he's alone, I wanna come next to him and ask him if he really trusted that tiefling to tell the truth.
I'm over here just staring off the side of the boat. I'm gonna be like, Louis, I understand you don't trust me.
Not yet, no.
I've done a lot of bad things, Louis, but I promise you the first chance I get to make everything better, I will take.
And what changed your mind? Why all of a sudden you decided you wanted to become good?
When I had to watch when I had to slit a father's throat in front of their daughter just to watch that daughter get their throat slit is when I knew I was doing the wrong thing. And then I just kind of want to walk away from like I'm just like as tore up as a tiefling could be. like as sad as a devil-looking being can be. Like I want to just go down to walk down to my bunk or my hammock.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like get with Karth and be like, hey, I'm getting sleepy. That was a good party. Thanks for being a cool guy.
Hey, right back at you.
And then I'm just gonna fall over. I gotta see. Will I be able to make it to my my bunk?
Yes, you are able to stumble with, especially Karthus, who comes and
Okay.
helps you out. I got you, buddy. And he helps you back to your bunk, and he tucks you in. And
What a
there
cool
is-
guy. Karth, you're a cool guy. You're cool. Thanks, man. And I just want to that's it. I'm out.
All right.
Yeah, I retired to my bunk as well, and I do not lie down. I just sit on the bed.
As you're stumbling, you notice Karth starts to, he picks a bunk. He's waiting for everyone to kind of get in. He's noticing people are going. He's watching for an empty one, and he starts to get undressed, and he goes into an empty bunk.
That's what I want to do. I'll wait for everybody to get asleep, sound asleep.
Yeah, I mean, it is a ship. There are some people up deck making sure it's steering right or whatever, but down below, everything is dead quiet.
Yeah, so I get up and move towards Cardas's bunk.
Cool, so he's the one nearest the mast. Here.
Oh, he is? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to look through stuff.
Alright, as you're looking through, you open up his you notice in his pants there's a coin purse, and you open that up, and there's a lot of gold in here. There's a lot of gold in here. There's like 600 gold in there. Yeah, he's got some shiny trinkets. He's got some rings. He's got some earrings. He doesn't have a bag. It's just whatever he's able to hold on his person, in his pockets, in the pockets of his coat, stuff like that.
You know what? Shiny things, I'll take everything.
You take 600 gold, a gold band, a ruby, and a gold band.
I don't want to keep those things on myself. kind of wanna. Okay, yeah, I'll go back to my bunk bed and sit on it.
The dawn breaks, and actually quite a while after the dawn breaks, you all manage to wake up. Louis, would you have woken up earlier than the others?
I did. I went in the crow's nest.
Okay, he's up there in his crow's nest, and
Yep.
they're
Watching the activity on board with everybody waking up and.
yeah, sounds good. Up there already was a human lass, one of the only females in this entire crew. There are probably only 2 of them, and she's up there, and she says good morning, and she just stays on her
Good to
post.
see another female company.
You can see the banks on either side. Some hills start to roll as you're going down the banks, and dawn has broken for you around 9 or 10 in the morning. Dajal and Aiden, you wake up, and both make me a Constitution saving throw. Cool.
Come on.
So, Deej, you you're feeling it. You got a hangover, man, but you had a lot of water because you did say that you like sobered up. So while he was telling a story, you were like, "This is good," and you were chugging a lot of water so you would sober up. And
You got the headache and
yeah,
everything
man, you
now.
got that headache. You head into that kitchen and you're talking to what's his butt? Whose name I forgot. Kenneth. Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Yeah, your good friend Kenneth the cook. He's up. He's starting some eggs for everybody.
Do you have Gatorade, Kenneth?
Kenneth
For the love of God.
gives you some black coffee, and
Yes.
he pats you on the back. And he says, "Go stand out in the wind," and you're on your way. Cody, however, you're on the verge of taking psychic damage right now. Like it's not good. You were sleeping with like a hand on the headboard and a foot on the floor to stop the spins, and you're just it's splitting right now. And just every time someone's like, "Hey man, don't talk to me," don't just shh, don't. You
I went too hard. I partied too hard
on that boat party.
As I walk out,
with alcohol.
like as I walk out to go get some air, do I see Cody writhing?
You just hear.
I want to use awakened mind, and like as I pass him and go.
I just flip out of the bed.
Oh.
Oh no, jeez. Why would you do that?
Just laugh as I walk by.
Like as I'm on the ground, I'm slowly like getting myself together, trying to get all of my like ritual stuff, like for to pray to my deity and all that crap. Like
That
oh
a
god.
boy, cleric. And I
Oh,
walk out
shit.
of the room.
And keeping your deity's idol.
Oh my!
What?
You puke on your deity's idol.
Oh no! Not my shield.
And you lose all your spellcasting abilities.
Oh shoot! No, my deity's pretty cool, so I think he'd be all right with that. He's one for partying too, I believe.
Mm. Yes.
Partying for life, that is.
Ah. Ain't no party like a Jesus party. So, like a church party. All right. Cool. So you guys are headed down the river. Louis, you stand up in the crow's nest and you know that this town is Weston.
Well, we're approaching this town. I would like to find Carthus.
I call him Karth because we're buds.
You're close, man.
I want to find that guy.
All right. You head upstairs and he's on the bow like Leo and he's just taking in the wind in his short brown tiefling hair. It's going under his hat, which seems to be stuck under his horns, and he's just enjoying it. He's just leaning on the railing and taking in the wind.
I just want to walk up to him real casual, like, and just lean next to him and be just say, "Hey, I'm sorry about last night. Is there anything you can tell me about the tiefling that killed your crew? Or how did they do it?"
Sorry, mate. I don't know too much about it. It was kind of all a big blur. Just a couple months ago, like I said, they went south down the Erin River. They were using cannons, but in addition, they were also using a lot of magic. Surprising amount of magic for pirates. They don't tend to do that.
Do you remember what magic it was?
I don't know. Some kind of
We were all shooting Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast.
Well, there was some kind of lightning going on. I heard a lot of lightning. The seas were bubbling a bit there for a minute. Standard magic. Don't know much about it, to be honest.
Like, with awakened mind, just be like, you don't know much about magic at all?
What intonation? Whoa. That's a party trick, my friend. Is that you?
Like, I wouldn't be able to help but, like, give him a little smirk and just pat him on the shoulder and then walk away.
Nice.
Just be like, thanks for your help. And then I'm gonna go walk away. And look
And I walked away.
for Louis.
Can't find me.
Well,
You
Well,
can't
that
even
happened.
find yourself.
You,
Minus.
that's
Yeah.
-1. Like, I jump off the boat looking
You,
for you.
you walk the plank. Just looking for him. No. No, as you're wandering around, you're asking people for Louie. It seems like Louie has told people not to tell you where to find her. And from somewhere, you're not sure where, you get hit in the head with a ball bearing.
Yeah.
I sort of grabbed the ball bearing and Louis!
Why? To the heavens.
I'm still with the gal up there, I think, and I kind of want to ask her if she knows anything about the Emerald Eyes, if that rings a bell.
Yeah, she looks at you and she rolls her eyes and goes, "Ugh, those psychos."
Those psychos.
Yeah.
Jeez, and
You haven't heard about the Emerald Eyes? I guess it's kind of a good thing that they're not that popular yet. Yeah, you shouldn't waste your time. Yeah, the Emerald Eyes is like this weird communal living, farm life adventure thing that all the young kids and mostly people having midlife crises do. Leave their families and go live on a farm together. It's really kind of weird.
And who's in charge? Who?
I don't know. I think it's some kind of like we're all equals and have the same life and respect life and till the land and whatever.
My friend, do you know where that farm is? Do you have any idea where that could be found?
I have never been there. I've heard of it a few times. I know it's south, but I couldn't tell you how to get there, to be honest. I just know it's south of here. It's on the way to the ocean. I know we've passed it a few times, but I've never seen it with my own eyes.
Wait, what's the end goal to this organization?
Oh, it's just like... I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. It's just weird. It's just not a life for someone like me, you know? I want to be on the high seas, and I want to just have adventure and fight things and punch stuff, but they just... I don't know. They're all about peace or whatever. Being one with nature.
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
Seriously.
Peace anyway. Yeah. Thank you for your help.
No problem. So the ship begins to take down the river, and it does pass Weston.
I think Aiden's just trying to recover and recoup
That's fair.
from.
I think for the first time, like, I'm a little off after the whole story thing. Like, for the first time, I'm like not praying per se, but talking to my
You deity.
yeah, my otherworldly patron, Thorisdom, pretty much asking, like, trying to just find guidance for what's going on right now, hoping to run into someone from my past to exact vengeance, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay, so actually that talk with the guy about the Emerald Eyes brought me to think about who on this ship would know most about that kind of organization or whatever, and that makes me think of actually Kenneth, which is a cook. He's the guy that basically knows everyone here, I guess. So I head down and try to find Kenneth anywhere.
You find Kenneth right where he's always been. He's in the kitchen. He is chopping up oranges for once in his life, and he welcomes you in. Hi there.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
So I kind of overheard something yesterday, and I wanted to know if you had any information about it. I overheard the organization called the Emerald Eyes. Do you happen to know anything about that? Because that really intrigues me.
Yeah, what's so interesting about those? They're kind of
I
weird.
kind of want to know what they're up to. Do you even know what those are?
They're not, I wouldn't say they're up to anything. It's a farm. We buy a lot of our things from there on our way back north, up the river. They're kind of solemn. They take themselves a little too seriously. I don't know. They have this whole community. You support me, I support you. Help each other survive, whatever. Which, I can't complain. We kind of do the same thing. We watch out for each other. We watch out for ours. They watch out for theirs.
What I hear is that you buy from them, so you must know where they are at, right?
Sure. We pass them on our way to the ocean.
Would you kindly point it out on my map?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And so you show him your map, and it's kind of off your map, but in the white space below your map, he is able to mark as far as Weston is from Hartford. That's how far south on the opposite side Emerald Eyes is.
I kind of want to relay the information to Aiden, and if I can, Aiden and Dejal.
So you share this information with Dejal. Do you share it with Aiden as well?
Yeah. If he's not too busy puking everywhere.
Oh, I'm willing to listen. I'm just not feeling it. These boats, they're not made for walking.
Well, he has revealed to you.
They're made for walking.
I got you. Not made for boat parties. So he has told you information about something called the Emerald Eyes, which you recognize from from the deciphered note that you found, given to you by the dwarf mother.
I think I may have heard of that farm back before it was a thing.
What?
Yeah, but it wasn't like anything. Whenever I was still down that way.
I didn't hear about something before it was a thing.
Well, like that general area, it was still around, like it was still operating, but it wasn't operating for what they're doing, like the same purposes now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of weird.
At the time, it was just like a really scenic place across from, like, quite a distance from White Oak, but it just seemed like a really nice place. There were a couple farms here and there, but he hasn't heard of the Emerald Eyes before.
We have to go save 2 dwarves from a cult.
We kind of promised her mother that we would, so you're up for the task. I mean, we know where to go now. It's pretty good, no?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pull myself together and go above the deck.
Okay. You see Bengar is up there overseeing everyone, moving ropes and things like that, securing barrels, and he tells you, we're just a few hours away from Hartford.
Wonderful. Bengar, do you have anything to cure what I drink?
Yes.
I might still be a little drunk, honestly.
Do you have anything to cure drink with
this?
Yes, if you go see Kenneth, he will give you some black coffee or something, if you'd like.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna run down there.
You run sideways. Kenneth!
I'm gonna head to Kenneth and be like, Kenneth, please help.
Has a cup of coffee for you. He's like, I've been waiting for you. I've been listening to you all morning.
Oh, Kenneth, thank you. I just want to slowly sip on that bad boy. Just
That's a good cup of joe.
Yeah.
I want to ask Bengar how long is he going to be docking at
Hartford?
Yes.
Hartford.
He tells you that there is a market in town, and they will set up a stall in the market with what little goods that they have. It is a dwarf town, and there's a lot of alcohol, so they won't be there very long, but they'll try to hold out as long as you need them. Lou, where are you?
Well, after I was thinking with Kenneth, we had a really good time because Kenneth just told me actually that I was the best friend he's never had.
Aww.
What?
That's so nice. I heard you talking shiz. I came right here.
I cut potatoes for you.
You counted potatoes.
I brought
Get
you
it,
dead rats.
I did all these work.
I kept
for
your
you.
secrets. I kept your cooking secrets. You used rat. I'm telling you, Kenneth used rat in the soup, guys.
He did it. I saw him.
All
It was
right.
really good.
You guys are weird. Okay.
Can I write it down? I made a new best friend.
Louis believes that she has a new best friend.
Yeah.
Sure.
Believe.
Strongly believes.
Possible lover.
Oh, Kenneth.
Kenneth is married. How dare you? So.
Goddamn.
All right. So we're coming up on Hartford in a couple hours here. Anything else?
I want to ask
Carthus or Bengar?
Carthus if he'd want to come with us.
Where you going?
Look for 2 missing dwarven children. Or 2 missing dwarven men.
What's in it for me?
A good time and most likely some drink along the way. But we might need some
So I'm actually behind. I'm behind Carlos and facing Dejan, and I say, "No, stop it!
No,
Stop
just
it!"
never mind. We don't need help.
Oh.
Fine, okay.
Okay.
As they're having this conversation, I want to be coming up with them and be like, "Hey, Carth, what's up?
Hey, my friend. How you feeling?
I'm a little better.
That's
My
good.
main boy Kenneth down there made me some really good job.
Ah, Kenneth, my best friend.
Why is Kenneth all of a sudden everyone else's main boy? Did you just say, Kenneth, my best friend? I'm just like, what is going on?
Kenneth, you slut.
Kenneth! I run back down. Kenneth, why?
Kenneth's like chopping potatoes. Like, I don't. Listen, I'm not even that interesting of a character. I just.
People just come and talk to me. He's like Norm from Cheers. Kenneth!
Hey, you.
I want to look at Carth and be like, "Hey, what are you doing after? What are you doing after this?
I
What's your plan?"
thought I'd stay on this ship unless something happens again, but it probably won't.
Yeah, they're seemingly nice guys on this
Yeah.
ship.
Seem pretty cool. Hate
Yeah,
to
we're
see.
probably gonna do some things. Hey, man, you do what you feel. If you want to come with us, you want to stay on the ship. You're a free spirit. I love that about you, Carth.
I'm
You're
behind
my best friend.
Carlos and facing Aiden. Stop it! No.
Yeah. Do what you feel, you free spirited, cool guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna walk over to the edge of the boat and contemplate throwing up.
Okay.
but
Gotcha.
then keep it in because that was good coffee.
Mm. Alrighty.
So I think
Thanks,
that helped me out a little. Yeah,
Shout out
thanks,
to Kenneth. Sponsored by Kenneth.
Your best
Coffee.
friend.
Yes. Your best friend. Yes.
Casey, Kenneth,
Everybody's best friend. Kenneth's Coffee.
Your best friend.
Yes. Alrighty, so Carthus goes about his business. He goes to actually talk to Bengar and seems to be okay with the arrangement of staying on the ship, pulling his weight. They've gained +1 dinghy, +1 life raft on their boat. And, yeah, you guys are approaching Hartford. So he tells you, the lady up in the crow's nest, Hartford ho! And you guys pull up to the docks and they start to tie up. The weather's very nice and sunny out, and there's some beautiful forests along on the eastern bank where Hartford is. Start to tie up the boat, and the Bengar calls for everyone to start moving boxes, and Carthus goes below deck and starts grabbing barrels and boxes to move as well.
You know, Bengar, we actually have to go on the other coast.
Well, you could have told me that yesterday, but we are going to the market. We are going to sell our wares, so whenever we're done here, we might be able to drop you off if you make it worth our time. Aiden, you're watching everyone as they lay the gangway, and they're starting to roll things and lift things down the gangway and into the city. You notice a bit down the docks, people are hawking fish and there's seagulls going about. You do notice a sort of ferry service way down the way.
Ooh. I want to say, guys, that we could probably just ferry across real quick.
Would you guys fancy going a little bit to the market first?
To the market!
Yes.
Ah!
So, you guys head into this pixelated market, and the guys start setting up a stall filled with lots of barrels of different liquors and things like that just here. And they are rolling in everything. They're starting to set up shop, lay down some carpets, set up a booth, and they're about open for business. Bengar and his men. He puts a few other people in charge of it while he starts to mosey around the market. You're able to make the rounds around the market through all the stalls, and you can find, yes, at the end there, a blacksmith selling his weapons.
All right, so you guys want to stop here and see what they have to sell?
Yeah, I'll take a look. If I'm being honest, this warhammer is wonderful. It does smash very well, but I'm more of a sword user myself.
Stupid. I'm gonna have a talk with him. Tell you what. That being said, don't look at this book. I'm the DM here. I get to decide.
Oh, you do?
So, yeah, I do. I get to decide everything. Do you know how much bullshit I've made up that doesn't fit the rules yet? So,
Not a clue? No.
you know, Karthus wasn't a character. That's just a thing that happened. Okay.
I'm so happy about Karthus.
You guys, that's just like being a DM too. Like, there's something that's so not important, and then it becomes really, really important to the story. And I'm like, well, now I
Yep.
have to make up this guy's entire life story in 5 seconds. So,
Yep.
alrighty.
The best.
What do you mean?
Alright, where are you, Aiden? Are you?
I
Oh,
didn't
you're
think he was
Where,
a boy as well.
there I am.
there. You go. Okay.
Ah,
What's up?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a new sword.
I'm looking for a new sword. So you head up to the shopkeep, and you notice that pretty much everyone here in the town, as you're going by, is dwarvish. However, in the marketplace, lots of different races have come together to open up different stalls. There's a human gentleman here leaning on his stall. He says, what can I get for you?
I would like a sword, sir. This warhammer is great, but I need something that I can use with one hand. That is a great weapon that can cut. And bludgeon, I guess, and sword. As much as dope as
You
that would be.
cannot.
Good bastard sword.
So yeah, here you mostly see swords. There are a couple of spears and javelins and things like that. However, his main commodity does seem to be swords. Let's take your pick.
I think I'm going to go with a longsword.
Fine choice there, Mr.
Aiden.
Yeah.
I'm the local cleric. No one, actually, some people may know that, but
Some cleric.
not many, I don't think.
Oh, sorry, you're still here.
Oh,
Longsword.
yikes.
Can we... He just, whatever, he's like, fine, 15 gold.
Here you go.
Thanks. Who is scrolling? Like the wind.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
It's like a duck.
You know what, sir? I got a couple short sword you might want to buy. Those are the finest one I could have. Would you be interested in buying some short swords? Finest from Canterdale.
Let's see him.
So I show him the 3 short swords that I've picked up at Canterdale.
Each of the swords is very nice, and they're very shiny, and on the handle they are wrapped and bound with blue leather on the hilt. He says, oh, nice, from Canterdale. However, I don't know that we should be dealing in the stolen items of guards.
I just happened to. I bought them. They were selling them. They were actually buying new ones and getting rid of the old swords.
I actually found it at a yard sale.
At a guard sale?
Guard sale. Are you interested or not? Otherwise, I'll keep it.
I'll give you 8 pieces for each of them.
I'll make you a price. You buy the 3 of them for 30 pieces.
Ooh.
I'll buy the 3 of them for 24 pieces.
That doesn't make sense.
I think it makes total sense.
I'm not sure who would buy these, considering they are very.
Alright, there you go. Keep them.
Alright, you have 24 gold pieces. You find a gentleman right about here, and he tells you, I don't know that there's any enchanters here in Hartford. We're simple dwarves, and we mainly deal in very strong dwarvish metal warhammers, but I know of a really good recommendation of a city I could give you if you're looking.
Actually, I'm wide open.
Yeah, if you head to Frampton, they're very famous for their enchanting over there.
Could I chime in and ask them if there's anyone there that sells stubbled leather armor?
Studded leather armor?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you can go around the stalls and find a stall that seems to be selling armor. He looks up and he goes, "Oh, sorry, what did you want?"
Studded leather armor, sir.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah.
see if we have anything that'll fit a tiefling. Let me take a look. So he heads back. He's got a fairly small stall, but everything seems to be folded away in a trunk, and he starts going through the trunk, and he's picking out things, and he finds some studded leather, and he goes, "Try that one on." You're able to put it on, and would you like to purchase this?
Does it fit?
It fits fine, sir. You look great.
Tell me I look good.
You're the prettiest girl at the prom.
Boom, let's buy it.
Boom, sold! Cool.
Is that what he does? Like, he gets excited when he makes it?
Cha-ching!
No, really.
That's not even an invention yet, and he goes, cha-ching! He invented the cash register. So
How much gold do I owe you, sir?
55 gold pieces.
55? I heard down the river they're selling them for 40.
Oh, where'd you hear that? Down the river in Bookdale?
Alright.
Book and mail.
Look, do you want it or not? You can go down the river if you'd like.
Yes, I do want it.
I've been ripped.
I just wasn't sure if you could haggle or...
It's D&D.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what?
Good.
You know what, Grumpy Gills, I'll take it for your ridiculous price.
Hey, okay.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
I want to find someone who can sell like trinkets, rings, earrings, amulets.
You come to the very last stall in the bottom right corner. Yeah, and as you run up, you notice this stall seems empty.
I want to head up and knock on it. Pardon me.
You knock
Is
on the
anyone
cart,
here?
and there's like a bunch of sacks in the cart, and you see some rustling going on among the sacks there.
Pardon me, are you a Saxon? Is there anyone there that we're interested in? Maybe you have some goods for to buy?
Yeah, all of a sudden, out of this wagon, up pops an otterfolk, and he goes, "What do you want?"
Oh boy.
Yes.
Boy. My day just got so good.
I thought you were like, "Oh, great."
I just wanna be like,
Do a trick, do a trick. I don't think
Other
Louis
person?
has seen them before, actually.
I don't know. That's why I'm.
He's like,
completely
what incarnation
flabbergasted
is
by
that?
those creatures.
Louis like, what the shit?
They can talk. What?
Great to see you. What you got for sale there,
Many things for
So-
sale.
Yes.
What looking for?
Something.
Oh, wait. And he jumps down into you see the sacks kind of rustle around, and he comes up with just this giant sword, and he's like, found this yesterday.
What is that?
Big sword.
Can I see it? I want to. Don't worry. Here.
Pay
I'll
first,
give
look
you-
later.
I'll give you the sword I have, so I can check that sword out.
And he
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna set it like on the ground in front of him. Like,
He-
see, like it's all good.
he lays down his sword into like the cart, and he jumps off and like hugs your sword.
Oh. Well. Okay.
You just don't
May
see
I? I'm gonna go slowly for the sword he put down to check it out.
He is an otter, and as you hold this
Yeah.
sword, you realize that in fact it's not that large of a sword.
Short.
You see that this is a great sword. Yeah, it's a +1 great sword is what this is.
+1, you say?
+1, I said.
I'm gonna respectfully put the sword back and be like, that's a good sword, but I don't think it's for me.
Need something smaller?
Yes.
That look.
Breaks it in half. Just like the strongest otter ever.
Jeez, that would
Ah!
be nuts. I want to hold out my sword and say, do you have anything like this?
And you have a long sword, or is it your old one?
It is the long sword.
Okay. He has your long sword, and he says, "Let me ask." And he
Let me
he,
ask.
he jumps back into the wagon and starts going around. You hear like around in the thing, and up pops an otter with a bandana on his head. And then he pops back under, and there's more rustling, and you're just like, what? And then so the otter with the bandana pops back out, and he says, "Need long sword?
Yes.
Long sword." And he puts his hand out, and then like a little paw gives up another sword, and he takes it. Long sword.
Oh. I want to grab it and check it out.
I love that this is like so thought out. Like, the visuals are amazing.
I want to grab it and see how it feels.
Okay. Yeah. You take it from him, and he jumps down on your sword again and like kind of holds it. And
All right.
yeah, it feels really sturdy. It feels really light. It feels really well made. It does have a few bloodstains on it. You're not sure where this sword came from, but yeah, if you kind of look closely, you can tell that this is a little bit stronger than the one that you have now.
Can I make a trade this sword for my sword? This sword's a little dirtier. This sword's nice and clean.
No, we should have cleaned it.
I'll throw in 5 gold pieces. as
Oh,
well.
no gold, no gold.
Oh, that's right.
Stupid.
You guys don't do gold.
Always with the gold, these people.
Oh, snap.
What else? What else?
What else do I have? Oh, boy.
And he puts up a little foot paw. And he goes,
Yeah. I don't have a lot.
I will give you 1 dagger.
And
Just
I will.
think of it. You're giving a long sword +1, and we're giving you a long sword +1 dagger.
Okay, I want to hand him the long sword, like my long sword, and give him 3 sticks of incense and say, "You burn these, smell really good."
Why?
It's nice. I'm gonna like kind of hold it up to its nose and be like, "Smell it."
What do they smell like?
Pine.
He takes them and he rubs them on his face. Fair trade. So he puts his hand out
Yes.
towards Dejal.
Towards me? For the dagger? I just want to look at Aiden and be like, you owe me.
Here, I wanna toss you 5 gold pieces for that.
Oh yeah, because a dagger is worth so much more. I will give them 1 of my daggers.
Okay.
I have 2 of them anyway.
Thank you, Vijal, for that. This long sword seems like it'll do a bit better than that last.
Louis,
Just,
make me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Lou. Oh, yeah, Lou.
Thank you.
You're perceptive.
Lou, as you're looking around the stall, as these bozos are dealing with this rat thing, you're looking around and you notice, wait a second. Some of these barrels are the ones with the, they have the Canterdale signet scratched out on them.
Do I have access to those barrels, or are they closed or open?
They are closed, and they're just top of that red rug there, just out for people to purchase if they'd like to. Or trade for, as it were, if they don't have clams.
Okay, so I asked the rat thing, what's in those barrels?
Fine dyes, fine bourbon.
What?
Bourbon dyes, huh?
Both.
Where'd you
2
get that?
barrels.
You want a barrel for that barrel?
No. Want clamps. Otterfolk clamps. Basic maths.
How many clams would it be for that barrel?
How many
Well,
clams
how
does
many
it
barrels?
have?
Listen, let's otter people. You guys are smart, right? You guys are smart little guys. So if you could get 5 clams for 1 gold coin, I'll give you the gold. You go buy your clams, right?
Where buy clams?
Aiden, where do we buy clams?
I think you buy them from fishermen.
From fishermen. Otter folk.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the market's like around here, especially on clams.
Louis, where do we get clams?
So
I know.
they would know that clams mostly come from the ocean. You can find them, mussels and the like, in the rivers. But the clams that they are mostly after do come from the north and very south of the Aran River and the Western Ocean.
Do you have anything in there for a guy like me?
We have perfumes.
Oh. What
Yeah,
kind
that
of...
would be pretty
kind
useful for you.
Well, I just came across this, and he holds up the incense.
Oh,
Like, I was standing there the whole time.
I just found it yesterday.
Yes. And he tells you, found in very, very fancy palace. From very fancy ladies.
Hey, make sure you check your sword out, buddy. You might want to inspect that.
Yeah, I'm gonna like look at it. Yeah, I mean, it is better, but like, at what cost?
No, you're not sure of its origin and why there's blood on it. This is a longsword +1. So.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Alright, so I want to ask those others if they have some kind of bow.
They have a longbow for you. Collateral.
Yeah, so I give him my short bow.
He hugs onto your short bow.
Instead.
You take your longbow, and you notice it's very ornate and very pretty, and the top and bottom of it are carved like a dragon.
Is it better than the one I already have, or like?
Run
does it feel
me
better,
an
lighter,
Arcana
stronger?
check.
Can I do one since I'm standing right beside him?
I whisper to you. Just tell me it's bad, really bad. If it's good, tell me.
Tell me later.
Louis, you're not exactly sure what this bow is. I mean, it is very pretty. It's very ornate. However, you don't seem to recognize it.
Okay.
But,
Do I know
Dejal,
that it's magic or magical?
Dejal?
Yes, Dejal. Dejal will relay to you, however, that it does seem magical in nature. And, Dejal, whether you'd like to relay it to him or not.
I'll be like I want to look at Louis and just like wink and be like, dude, there's really nothing special. There's really nothing special about this bow, man. Huh?
I turn back to the other and say, well, I don't really know if I want it. You know what? I kind of want it because it's pretty, but if you want to trade it for the short bow, I mean, the short bow is pretty nice, and I've tested it. It's really strong.
Has dragon heads on it. Very fancy bow.
Mine
I want to
is
walk
made of
over
plain
and check it
wood.
out
Okay.
and be like, "Wow, that's a really nice bow."
Okay. Aiden recognizes this as a bow of light. He says, "It's a very nice bow." And Otter, the otter gentleman, says, "Very nice. Only the best from the otters."
I like you otters. You guys are nice otters.
Like, meanwhile, you just screwed Louis.
No, I'm not.
You guys are good otters. Otters, man.
I want to go over to Louis and say, "Are you trying to get that off of them? Because if so, I think I have an idea that might work. If you offer them your bow and some ball bearings, but you gotta give me the ball bearings first."
Yeah, I give whatever you're into. I got a bunch of them. I toss you a dozen of them.
Okay. With those dozen, I'm gonna cast light on them, and this is a little bit tricky, but I know how these otters work. I think, and I'm gonna go up to them and show them the ball bearings and say, "So these ball bearings, whenever you drop them into any nearby water source, see how they're like glowing like this? They'll help you find clams. So if I give you these with his short bow, you think you can make a trade for that bow for her?"
Roll deception.
Oh, yuck. I feel dirty.
You're lying, cleric.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm not good. I'm not good at it. Save me, boy.
Never heard of such thing. Show us.
Show you? Well, there's no. I mean,
I want to, because his deception obviously sucked. I want to chime in and be like, no, don't mess with the otters. Everyone knows you can only use them one time. And I want to try to lie to them because my deception is on.
it's on point.
Well,
Watch you get like a 1.
they say that they'll buy all of them if you can prove that one of them works.
How am I going to prove it works if we don't have...
Hey, do you have minor illusion?
You gotta go drop it in the,
Oh, Cody!
Okay,
But
I want to bring him over to the shore, and plop
has
one
to
of them
be
in.
One time.
But I want to do it so it's like far enough away, where as the ball bearing drops and like shines the light down,
There's a
you can
clam coming
see
up.
it. Like whenever he casts minor illusion, you can see the clam, but then it'll like just wash it away somehow. Like I want to tell Dajal to make the clam kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
bite the
Because
ball
clams
bearing,
move
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, something like that.
like bait or
Get
something.
eaten by a
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah,
Alright, otters, are you ready?
So they've left one of the otters. One of them stayed behind, and the other came to look at the thing, the one with the bandana. So he's watching. But he's still holding on to all your collateral.
I want to throw it in.
So one's with me and one's with Aiden and Nigel.
Oh, you stayed there? You didn't go see the miracle?
No.
No.
He knew
He knows you're full of bullshit.
He knew what BS was
I
about
know
to
my
happen.
truth.
He's like, oh my god,
know exactly
I'm
what
never
my
getting
truth
this
is
bow.
about.
Alright,
Yes.
so you threw it in, Cody?
Yep.
Or Aiden?
Yep.
Here
And
we
then-
go.
Otter has your things.
Okay, just look.
What's your collateral? What did you give to him? Your short bow, Louis.
My short bow.
Here's your short bow, and that's
One
it.
of my short bow.
Okay. He takes your short bow and he throws it into the river, and he scampers back to the cart with his friend.
Does Louis still have the good bow?
The
Yeah,
other
so
one
that's
is
the
there
long bow.
watching him with the good bow, and the other one and the one with the bandana approaches.
Is that a deal? Cool, thanks. Thank you very much.
No
Okay.
deal. No deal. Friends, trickses.
Well,
Oh,
where's
wait. Otters are... Okay, I got you guys. You have... Like, I just look at Louis and be like... Ah!
Something in his eye today.
what is wrong with your eye?
I want to cast disguise self.
As a giant clam.
No,
As an otter?
as the lion from the other boat.
Ah. Kova.
Yes.
The one who was there before is in the cart, and the one with the bandana is trying to pull the bow away from
Yeah, like
Louis.
it was like while they were doing that, I disguised self, and I'm gonna walk up to him as the lion, and be like, "Give him the bow!"
All of a sudden, all the hair raises on the back of the one with the bandana, and he holds onto the bow, and he yelps, and he jumps into Louis' armor. Like, into Louis'. And he's just like a mass ball, like shivering inside Louis.
That's when I'd be like, I won't eat you if you get back in your little wagon and give us the bow.
Oh no, DJ, I wink at you again. Okay. And I tell the other, I'll protect you, little guy, and I take a short sword and like trying to hit you and just.
And I fall down and then like roll like in a bush or something, like just.
I vanquished a bad lion.
Oh, well, he's very grateful, and he pops his head out, and he's still shivering, and his fur is up, and he's looking around for Kova.
It's alright, little guy. The bad lion's gone. We got
And
rid of him.
he starts to like purr a little bit, and he gets really sad, and he gets those big Puss in Boots eyes, and then he comes out, and then he jumps on the ground, and he like puts his paws out for the bow.
No, I take him in my arms and I cuddle him.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure protecting you. I'm still mad at you guys because you kind of threw the only bow I had in the river. I'm not quite happy about it. So what do you say, guys?
Otterfolk will take half price for the bow.
What?
As thanks.
There's no price. You guys don't even deal with prices, so.
Half price clams.
Okay, then I'll take back my short bow. Where is it?
Take a swim.
Yeah, okay. You go take a swim, and maybe you can fish those clams.
Like as I'm in the bush, I'll use thaumaturgy to do like a lion roar.
Okay. He opens up a barrel and he jumps into a barrel and some blue dye splashes out of it and he closes the lid on top of him.
Like the visuals I have in my head right now.
I'm just gonna like hoof it. I'm just gonna run away. I gotta go. Bye.
So,
I see him in the dye. I just want to run over, get a big rock, and sit on top of the dye. Like, sit on top of the drum of dye.
It's like Robin Hood.
Louis! Let's go!
Let's go.
And so you hear from within the barrel echoing, "Remember your name, Louis!" And then as you run away.
I'll remember your name.
And you have left the marketplace. An ornate bow of light, Richer. You are headed back past the docks, and you see a couple boats there, including Ship-Faced. And as you're passing Ship-Faced, you see Karthus coming down the gangway. He doesn't look happy.
Who doesn't look happy?
Karthus, for once in his life. He doesn't.
Oh wow! I wanna go up to him and be like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
I don't know. Thinking maybe you could tell me. Seem to be missing a bit of my stuff.
I want to look like dumbstruck, like I have no clue. Do you think somebody?
Me and Cody don't know that Lou took. Okay.
Yeah.
thought I was safe on this ship. You're the one who invited me on. I just want to make sure there's nothing going on.
I did do that.
Am I standing with Cody?
Yeah,
there?
you guys
Like,
are all
we
three headed towards this ferry.
That's when I'd be like, yo, man, like, what's going on? What happened? Like, talk to us here.
Had quite a significant amount of gold from my previous endeavors before the raid happened on my last ship. And went to sleep after you all invited me on. And woke up, and it's not there. Starting to think there might have been a reason I was invited on board. And it wasn't because I'm such a great guy.
Oh,
What are you missing? Like, what are you missing? You gotta help me so I can help you, man.
Couple of rings from my previous adventures and a lot of gold, my friend. That's
How
about
much
it.
gold?
I'm not throwing anyone under the bus here. Without saying anything, knowing what he already did to me, I just want to turn in nonchalant, like, not like giving it away, just turn and kind of glance at Louis. Like, just to see, like, what he says, like, talk with our eyes. Like, just let me know if you've done this.
I don't even have to respond to anything yet.
You don't have to make eye contact.
I want to ask him how much gold.
About 600 gold.
Well, since I feel really bad because I did invite you on, I can give you 600 gold pieces.
Aiden, you do that.
I would.
Hey, how about you give him 3, I'll give him. You don't have to go broke.
I don't have a lot of use for gold anyway. I like to earn my keep with, action and doing things to help others. So
don't be weird, you drunk. Trying to save you some coin here for your next night at the bar.
I just feel bad. I was the one that invited him on.
I take out one of the daggers I have and I toss it to him. I have this. If you want it, you can sell it for quite a good price.
I toss him my sack full of, like, I'm keeping 60 of it, but I'm gonna give him 600 gold pieces because I was the one who I invited you on the ship, and I know I can't get like your rings and other stuff back, but I can give you the gold.
I guess I don't feel comfortable staying on that ship anymore. Wherever you're going, I'll go too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah! I look at Lou and be like, ah.
Yeah, right?
Shit.
I'm gonna be like,
this is karma for Louis. You took his stuff. Now
You're tearing this family apart.
So I did give you pretty much mostly all of my gold. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough to cover us getting ferried over, but I'll see what I can do. Do you want to head with us to the ferries?
Aiden.
That's where we're going.
I'll get you across that river.
Okay.
God damn. He sounds like Crocodile Dundee, and it's badass.
Oh, man.
He's gonna put us above his head. Swim across the river.
With a little snorkel.
Clark is my dude.
I've got you guys. Let's go.
He just throws you across the river. He summons a crocodile. Like, get over here. No, he takes you to the back of the ship, and he unties his dinghy, and he tells you hop on.
I am ready.
Yeah, I mean, can't really go back to the market.
I guess
Can't really go back to the market. We just left an otter trapped in a barrel tie.
Oh, the otters, yeah, they're crazy. We got some good stuff off of them.
You stole from the otters, eh? That's bold.
To be fair, I did get my sword.
Yeah,
and
man.
I did run away.
Can you believe that there is a cleric here robbing people? Dude's killed twice already. He's a drunk. He tries to sleep with little girls. This is the weirdest cleric I've ever seen in my life.
Hey!
It's just all a big misunderstanding.
That's my mate you're talking about, and I love him. All of his flaws and everything.
Man! just making me really happy.
Aw. So he takes you on his dinghy, and he helps Louis by the hand into the dinghy, and you're on your way. And he's no, I got it. And he starts single-handedly rowing you across the current, across the river.
Are you some kind of those filthy spellcasters that we need to know about? Because we can use one of those.
Unfortunately, I don't know a thing about magic.
Me neither. That's good. I despise them.
I don't hold it against them, though. These two seem like they'd be useful in a fight.
Oh.
Karth is my dude.
Is that where we're ending guys?
Let's wrap it up. I'll wrap up my stream. DJ, you do yours, and then we'll shoot the
I was
breeze.
just about to. Everyone want to say bye before I end the stream?
See ya.
Alright. Mute it up.
See you.